Good evening, everyone. My name is Jenna Ovsanko. For those who do not know me, I am Jess's cousin. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us on this very special day. I spent a lot of time on Google learning to prepare for this speech. It said to start by talking about the bride, so here we go. Jess and I grew up spending most of our time together. She may be my cousin, but she has earned the title of being my sister. She spent most of her time at my house, where we would play dress up, goof around, irritate my brother, even though he would probably admit he enjoyed it. And I cannot forget about the endless amounts of sleepovers. Since there is a 4-year age gap between us, Jess is the one I considered my role model. She was the first to get her driver's license, and she was the first to get her very own car. Jess's first car was an old sunburnt blue Dodge Shadow, and we had a lot of memories. Those days, I thought she was so cool to have a car of her own. I remember those days consisted of driving around, jamming out to Taylor Swift, and going to Planet Ice on Friday nights after school. As we got older, we really didn't completely grow up. Our childhood followed us into adulthood. Jess has a passion for Disney. She's the only person I know to be able to quote lines from movies and also the lyrics to all the songs. To this day, she still watches Disney. To her, they are her guilty pleasure. On a more serious note, we've been through some of the hardest times in our lives. Through breakups, emotional breakdowns, and a lot of hangovers. To her, she thinks that's what makes us stronger and more humble. We were always each other's shoulder to cry on when needed, and I knew she would always be there for me. We've also shared happy tears and a lot of laughter. When Dan came into her life, he made her the happiest girl on the planet. He was able to get her out of her shell, have more confidence in herself, and be the light in the dark tunnel. I'm so proud of the beautiful lady she is today. She always reminds me to stay true to myself and never change the way I am, just like how she has never changed. She has shown me this my whole life and is one of the reasons she will forever be my role model. Jess has also told me to take time off of adulting and not beat myself up over tough times. She always says it's important to stop and smell the roses once in a while. As we both approach 30, our bodies might be aging, we may be getting older, but we will always be kids at heart. We always find ways to bring back our favorite childhood memories by starting new traditions along with including our old traditions. I look forward to continuing our traditions of having our ugly Christmas sweater parties along with our New Year's Eve parties. Dan and Jess, I wish you all the happiest in the world. I look forward to what the future holds for you two. Dan, on a side note, Pitt will always be better than Penn State. And on that note, I would like to cheers to the new Mr. and Mrs. Moore.